Hi guys, my name is Joshua Portillo, and I'm Justin Portillo, and we're with Portillo Productions. Today, we're going to be bringing you the breakdown of the brackets from the 2019 NCAA Wrestling Championships. That's right, we're going to be going bracket by bracket, 125 all the way down to 285. We're going to be breaking down the facts of these brackets. We're going to be telling you, who we think is going to win the bracket, dark horses, who you should root for at the 2019 NCAA Championships, key first-round matches, and stuff like that. With that being said, P1, P2, let's wrestle with the facts. Alright, so here we are, the 125-pound bracket at the 2019 NCAA Tournament. Right off the bat, we got an amazing bracket here with several title contenders. Let's get right down to it. One of the title contenders, Nick Piccinini. The question for you is your pick to win the NCAA bracket? For me, not quite. We also got people such as Ronnie Bresser. Ronnie Bresser, his Twitter handle is Just Dance on him. Will he just dance on these fools? Or will he, stumble to one of the many other contenders? I don't know. Next up, we got Sebastian Rivera. Seabass, as they like to call him. Well, you know what? I think Seabass is going to get last place at this tournament. Just kidding, not quite that far, but I don't think he's my title contender. Instead, I got Spencer Lee of Iowa University taking home the title. He was the title winner last year, and yes, he's had some lumps this year, including a loss to Piccinini and 2 losses to Rivera, but I think he's going to come through. He loves Pokemon, and that's got to be on his side, having that type of heart. I understand what kind of heart that is. I got Spencer Lee winning the 125-pound bracket. What do you think, Justin?
Yes, while I am also a fan of Pokemon Masters, let's not forget about Jack Mueller from the University of Virginia. Mueller may be 1 in a million, but does Mueller's a million have a chance to win the title with anyone else? I might not see him winning, but I do have Nick Piccinini from Oklahoma State going all the way to the finals and getting the job done and coming up with a win. I think he will see Ronnie Bresser in the finals, and I just think Piccinini's grown on so many levels from where he was last year. He's got that fire in him from not even placing a year ago, but we've seen the adjustments that he's been able to make against Lee. I think he can get by him again in the semis, and I think Ronnie Bresser takes out Sebastian Rivera in the semis. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm taking Piccinini as my pick to win the 125-pound weight class. There you have it. He has Nick Piccinini of Oklahoma State. I have Spencer Lee of Iowa University. There's only one way to find out who's the champion of the bracket. That's to tune in online to the NCAA Championships. Alright, next up, we have a segment I like to call First Round Fire. First Round Fire. What we're going to do in this segment, there's a lot of tough first round matches. First, I'm going to fire them off. I'm going to tell you first round matches that you need to watch. And then directly afterwards, we're going to talk about these matches a little bit. So, boom. First round fire. Let's get Devin Shorter versus Drew Madden. Boom. First round fire. Jacob Schwarm versus Michael McGee. Boom. First round fire. Alex Mackel versus Sean Foss. Boom. First round fire. Drew Hildenbrandt versus Gabe Townsend. Boom. First round fire. Ravon Foley, Rico Montoya. Boom. First round fire. Yeah, so let's break it down right away. I got Devin Shorter versus Drew Madden as first round fire. It's the 16 seed versus the 17 seed, and those matches are going to be closely contested. Drew Madden did just pin Devin Schroeder, but they're 2 Big Ten schools, and if I know Devin Schroeder, he's got heart, he doesn't fight back, and he's not going to let that loss deter him. Next up, we got Jacob Schwarm versus Michael McGee. Michael McGee is very good on his feet. Jacob Schwarm, a hammer on top. I would not be shocked if Michael McGee had a lead going into the second or third period, by a couple of takedowns even, and Jacob Schwarm gets on top, turns him, maybe even pins him. That would not shock me at all. Hashtag team take top. Why not take top, guys? And my last first on fire matchup is Alex Mackel versus Sean Foss. Alex Mackel, as we'll get to in a minute, is one of my dark horses. And Sean Foss, while he's good, he cuts a lot of weight. If you guys don't know, he weighs like 200 pounds in the summer, theoretically. But he's huge. This is a first round matchup. He's not going to have a lot of time to recover. Is that going to affect him versus Alex Mackel, who is a hammer? Only one way to find out. What do you think about first round matchups? Yeah, one of my favorite first round matchups is Drew Hildenbrandt of Central Michigan University versus Gabriel Townsend of Stanford. I really like Hildenbrandt. He's got some good wins this season. He's from Indiana, and these Indiana boys really like to scrap. But he's taking on Gabriel Townsend. He's had a very up and down season, but you can never count this guy out of a match. He's got a nasty head pinch. He's got mixers. He's got a whole bunch of upper body moves that can really change the tide of any match at any time. So definitely tune into that one. I think we'll see lots of points there. And then my next matchup that I really like is Ravon Foley versus Rico Montoya. And if you ask me, I see upset potential here. Ravon Foley is really good all-around wrestler. He's from the Big Ten. He's seeded number 9. So He's right up there with the All-American contenders. But Rico Montoya is a senior. If you guys don't know much about Rico Montoya from University of Northern Colorado, he's been a 133-pounder his entire career. He decided that he really wanted to probably be a national champion this year, and he sacrificed a lot to cut down to 125. He's going to be big. He's a good wrestler. I like him in all positions. I think he's got potential to make an upset. I guess we'll find out.
So that's some first round fire. What do you guys think are some first round fire? Leave it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Alright, next up we're going through dark horses of the 2019 NCAA tournament. Yes, dark horses. They're some of the juiciest people to watch. Who's going to break these brackets on this year? Who's going to be the guy that comes out of nowhere to make the finals? Ronnie Perry last year made the finals at 149 as the 15th seed. Kyle Cornell was unseeded. He came back and did very well. Tariq Wilson unseeded, got third. Who's going to be that guy this time? Who's going to be the dark horse? One person I think could be able to do it, we talked about him before with his big move potential, Gabriel Townsend. He's got a decent draw to come back in place, but like I said, he's the guy doesn't matter who you're facing, he can throw you, he can chin whizzer you, he can cement mix you. He's got tons of back to tricks, big moves that can end a match in any moment. Another guy I have his dark horse, I also talked about him earlier, Alexander Mackel of Iowa State University. I personally just like the way he wrestles. He's short and stocky, he's explosive, and I think he has heart in the way he wrestles. So I think he's just dangerous to watch out for. Like I said, he could beat Sean Foss in that first round matchup, and he could also come back in. He could do well in the backside as well. I'm just saying, watch out for Alex Mackel. I'm telling you right now. What do you think? You got any dark horses?
Yeah, speaking of Mackel, I wrestled the guy earlier this year, and he is pretty mean on top. So we'll see if he can get to his arm bars and stuff on top, and he definitely has potential to knock some people out here. One of my biggest dark horse picks is Cole Verner from Wyoming. This guy's a JUCO product, and those JUCO guys have all been through a ton. He's prepared to wrestle. I love watching him. He's super funky, rolls around a lot, gets people out of position, and he just attacks a lot. So I really recommend you tune in and watch his matches, and he can definitely make a long run in this tournament.
Yeah. One more guy to watch out for, Brent Fleetwood of North Dakota State. He used to go to Central Michigan, was that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, he transferred from Central Michigan, took a redshirt last year, so a lot of people didn't hear about him. Came back this year, and I'm telling you right now, as a 10 seed, he's an All-American contender. I'm telling you right now, he can give Pat Glory in the second round all he can handle. I'm telling you right now, watch out for Brent Fleetwood. He's probably the lowest seed at the 10 seed that I think can truly All-American. So watch out for that guy to be on the All-American list at the end of the 2019 NCAA tournament. Last but not least, we're going to give you a segment all about people who you can root for. Yes, you can thank us later. These are people you can root for at the 2019 NCAA tournament. We all love a good Cinderella story, or something to warm our hearts, or just something interesting that makes you want to go for somebody. So let's get down to the business, and let's find out who you should be rooting for, or who you might want to root for at the 2019 NCAA tournament. First up on my list, I have Trey Chalafu from Army West Point. You might be wondering, who's Trey Chalafu? Well, he's a very tough wrestler who had a solid year. Trey Chalafu did not qualify for the 2019 NCAA tournament. He did not qualify. He was literally at home eating chips on his couch, playing video games, when he received a call from the NCAA committee and said, "Hey, there's a free ticket to the NCAA tournament. Do you want it? Brian Milhoff got injured. Here's a ticket. Welcome to the big show." So Trey Chalafu got into the last second. He was not planning on wrestling the NCAA tournament until a day ago when news broke that Ryan Milhoff was injured, would not be wrestling, and a spot opened up. So I just think that's awesome to root for him. He's given a second chance at life. We all want second chances sometime. Trey Chalafu, you got it. Let's do it. Let's bust through that bracket. You can do it, Trey. I'm rooting for you. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what that guy can do with his newfound opportunity here. Who am I really going to be rooting for? Zeke Moisey. He transferred to Nebraska this year from West Virginia. Some of you guys might recognize his name as the 2016 NCAA finalist at 125. Since then, after he went on that Cinderella run in all the way to the national finals, he hasn't quite returned to his form. A couple injuries has been stopping him his whole career, and even this season he's been battling a really bad shoulder injury. He did not look himself at Big Tens, and it's tough. It's tough. He's still here, ready to battle, and it's his last year. I'm rooting for him to make it back to the podium one more time and show off the guts that he's got.
Yeah, and guts is definitely what Zeke Moisey has. It is okay to cry, but I've seen some of his matches at the Big Ten tournament, or even at the National Collegiate Open that he entered, and his shoulder's messed up. Like, he was on the verge of tears. Like, it's got to be painful. So the fact that he's even here still wrestling is something to root for. So we're rooting for you, Trey Chalafu, and we're rooting for you, Zeke Moisey. Cut it. All right, folks, that does it for for the 125-pound preview of the 2019 NCAA Tournament.
Once again, I've got Nick Piccinini taking out Ronnie Brester in the finals.
And I have Spencer Lee taking out Sebastian Rivera.
We thank you guys for watching. Really hope you enjoy it. If you guys have got any questions, comments, things you want to see in the next videos, leave them down in the comments. Heck, even roast us if you must. Just let us know how we did.
Yeah, once again, thanks for watching. We truly hope you guys enjoyed. With that being said,
P1.
P2, we just wrestled with the facts. See you next time.